Howdy everyone, I'm Corey with Art's Really Cool. Today is the 28th video of Painting's Really Cool. What?
Did you hold your face up longer after you did cool?
I thought about that, but I already did it, and so you're just gonna work with what you get.
Okay.
Just leave the glitch in.
Okay.
Just make fun of me like you like to do when I make mistakes. Just cut them in. Really cool, really cool, really cool, really cool. Alright, so today I'm going to do a painting inspired by a week-long memory that involves 3 people. My dad,
Yay.
my mom,
Woo.
and my grandma. I've done paintings for all of them. I believe I did the Seahawks one for my dad. I've done 2 now for my mom. And then I did the one where I made a hummingbird in the painting for my grandma. What I'm gonna talk about is they came to visit when I first moved to Arizona. My grandma had moved in with my parents and was living with them, and they were gonna come down and see my new house and see, I moved away, so they were like gonna check that out. They made the journey down, and then they were there for a week. They drove, and I did a special day for each of them. So one day I only hung out with my dad. Well, mostly. We went out of the house and did something together. Same with my mom and same with my grandma. And then I'll tell you like some of the things that were said and what we did along the way as I'm painting. Because there's something my grandma did that I was like, oh, that's so grandma-y. Yeah, so anyways, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to do a triptych. So I'm going to take these way too big. I don't have the smaller size that I would like, but these 12 by 24 inch canvas, I'm going to take 3 of them next to each other, and each one's going to have its own base. One will be 24 karat gold by DecoArt. One is going to be Fire Opal by FolkArt. Another one, and this one I'm very interested in, is going to be Antique Copper by FolkArt. But if you can see, it's got like this purple hue, and when I mixed it, it just looks purple. So when I pour it, it's going to be like I'm using purple, but it's really this, and so I'm really hoping that it dries that way. And so each one of the bases will represent one of my relatives. And then I'm going to do a Dutch pour through. I'm going to draw some lines through. I'm not sure the pattern yet, if I'm going to make like an X or come down and go up or just come wave down. I'm not quite sure yet. Maybe I'll do a couple. It'll probably happen in the moment, but what I'm going to use are different blues to represent me, because I was a connecting piece for all of them, obviously. And so I've got metallic cobalt blue, which is kind of a greenish color, but I hadn't used it in a really long time, and I had made a giant tub of it, and I wanted to use it, so I'm going to use it. And then just regular metallic blue, because,
of course,
I mean, is there a question as to why now? Those are both, obviously, Artist Loft. And then Amsterdam Manganese blue. I just really love this. It's so pretty. It's like vibrant and pretty and blue. For some contrast, a nice Prussian blue. And I've started showing the tubes that they've come in rather than just having my paints and showing those, because they don't look the same. Like I said, this one looks purple, and you'll see when I do it. That's not going to give you a representation of what I'm expecting it to dry as. But then I'm also going to have some metallic silver and metallic white. And the reason I always do metallic white and metallic black is because if I'm going to use one of those colors, why not add a little sparkle to it? Wink, wink. Talking about you, sparkle. Anyways, so I think that's everything I have to tell you. So with the magic of editing, I'm going to be standing. Oh, that magic didn't work right.
Wasn't expecting that.
Alright, so this is going to be difficult. There's no spare space really to be had, so just wish me luck, I guess. But let's get started with, I feel like, I want gold here, but I kind of also feel like gold should be in the middle. I think I want gold, opal, copper. Alright, so just made this. I'm going to torch it, but I think I'm going to blow it out. It's the only way I can see me not getting on stuff. Alright, bear with. I'll have to touch up the sides after I'm done. Oh, I was like, what was I even doing? Thank you. As you can see, it did not blow over onto this canvas, so I think this is the safe route of doing it. Just 1 second. This copper is pink. You saw it's gonna look like fire opal. It's gonna look like this, supposedly. And the purple one that you'll see in a second, you can kind of see it. It looks like this. But anyway, so I gotta blow this out again. I guess can't tell a story. Hold on 1 second. Two down, obviously 1 to go. Anyway, when they came down to see me, obviously they were in Montana. I say obviously, but if you've never seen a video of mine before, you don't know that I'm from Montana. I'm real far away from this, so I might sound kind of far. Sorry, it's Adrian's fault.
Okay.
Prove that it's not. Prove that it's not. Prove that it's not. Prove that it's not. When they came down, it's like a 20-hour drive, give or take, and my dad was driving an old 1994 giant van because of my mom's wheelchair, and on the back was my I just remembered this. I have a picture. I'll see if I can find it. But on the back was my grandma's. She had a scooter, so they had those both when they came. And there's a funny story if I remember to tell it. All right, here we go. All right.
So purple.
Right, I know, this is weird. This at least a little looks, but this is supposed to be copper. Whatever, I forgot to torch these. Gosh, it is so purple. Like, if I didn't mix it, I would not believe that this was the other thing, the antique copper. But if you look at it, and it shifts in the light, I don't know if you ever see it or not, but it definitely has purple in there. I just don't know why that's the only thing that shows. Give me 1 second, I want to blow this one area. Okay, this is weird. Not the colors that I wanted. It's really pretty still. These colors together are really pretty. Alright, so the memory that I was going to tell you if I remembered, I think I remembered. My mom and grandma, this I don't think was when they visited actually, but my mom and grandma, we were at the grocery store, and my mom by now should be very good with her wheelchair, right? She's had it for over 20 years. Well, she had an electric one, but she's had an electric one for 15 years probably. But she's had it for a long time and was just not doing great with it. Was like bumping into things or getting really close to stuff, like getting too close to people, all sorts of things that I was just like, oh my gosh. And then there was my grandma who was new to her scooter and was real bad with that scooter. And like she would run into like displays and stuff in the grocery store. And so they're going, and I have a picture, like I said, I'll try to find it, of I think my mom following my grandma in the store. And I'm just like, I feel so stressed because these older ladies with their scooters and I guess wheelchair, like they're just not conscious of their surroundings, and they're just both like kind of not bickering, but you know, being mother-daughter, and my mom's trying to control things because my grandma is, you know, not as independent as she was, and my grandma's like, no, I'm still independent. It was a hot mess, but it was very funny to think about them like almost crashing into things. Well, my grandma did crash into things. I don't want to be stereotypical or basic and do this, but I like that look. I could do an X, so it would go here. It'd be like straight across, down. Or I could do here and make it a line here, like a distinct separation. All right, well, we're just gonna go for it. When they came down, like I said, I did one day that was specialized for just them. Something either I knew they would like or I wanted to do with them and them alone. For my grandma, she was day one. Well, the first one I did. She really loves cacti. I don't know why, or did. I don't fully know why. I just know that she really loved cacti. They have a botanical gardens in Arizona, which, if you don't know much about Arizona, has a lot of cactus or cacti. And so there was a bunch of it at the botanical gardens. And she liked flowers in general, but she just had an affinity for cactus or cacti. And so we went to this. She was in her little scooter. I had to walk the whole thing. And like, we just looked and explored and had lunch afterwards, I think. I'm pretty sure. And then we went back to my house and then had dinner as a family, and the next day happened, and then it was somebody else's turn. But it was really cool to spend the time with my grandma, who, by the way, rode in, I think she drove a little bit of the way if I remember right, but rode in the back most of the van most of the time on their journey to see me. And she had a little portable DVD player and watched the movie Avatar. This was like in 2010 or something. But she watched the movie Avatar like 4 times or something. My dad was like, she wouldn't quit watching it. But I mean, if it made her happy, cool, I guess. Anyway, so then the next day was, I think my mom. No, it was my dad, because my mom was gonna have the last day because my mom was very dramatic and wanted to be special and important and all of the stuff. And so wanted her day to be extra special, which I couldn't make hers any more special than anybody else's because that's not fair. I mean, I guess she is my mom, so it's different. But I took my dad. We don't know everything we did, but I took him suit, or at least blazer, like suit jacket shopping, because he didn't, I guess he had maybe 2 that I didn't know about at the time. He was like, yeah, that would be fine. And I had just recently bought my own suits. I had no need for them. I just thought it was a grown-up thing to have suits, and I wanted suits. And I had a little bit of extra money, so I bought suits. But we went and got some suit jackets and I think a couple shirts maybe, and just simple stuff. And then we had lunch too, and then I think we went back. My dad's was really basic. Oh, but one thing that I did do with him was I had bought a portable, I don't know what the word would be, but an island for like your kitchen, because my kitchen there had space for one but didn't have one, and I found this one at IKEA and it was pretty cool. It had space for stools, which I had for some reason. They didn't have the black version and I wanted black version, so we got the white one, and he and I painted it black, so we spent that time doing that, which was fun. Yeah, my dad is very talented with the paint. When I sold it, the company that bought the property got rid of it. I guess it wasn't good enough for them. But then we got to my mom's day, and she, a little offensively so, was like, "You're good with outfits." I'm not good at picking out outfits. I wear very basic, boring stuff. Adrian is the one that has to do it. I'm not good at clothing or design or any of those stereotypical things that people think you should be good at if you were in my side of the world. Not. And she wanted to go clothes shopping, and I hate clothes shopping. But that's what she wanted for her day, so we went, and I had to pick out things for her because she wouldn't pick her own stuff, and she was like, "No, come on, please, please."
And you're still mad about it.
I am mad. I don't know how many times I told her, like, I don't know that stuff. I'm not good at it. She loved it. We bought a lot of clothes, then had lunch like I did with everybody else, and had dinner. And that night she was having an issue with her phone and asked for my help because, you know, parents ask their kids for help with, at least my generation, for help with their phones. Yes. And I worked on her phone and I think I got it fixed. I can't fully remember. Here comes my grandma with her super subtle, passive-aggressive behavior and goes, "I wish somebody loved me enough to help me with my phone." She never even mentioned that she had a problem with her phone. And I was like, and I just spent a whole day doing stuff with just you. Like, it's like it was just not good enough. My grandma just wanted it all. But yeah, I wish somebody loved me enough to help me with my phone. All right, let's blow this out and see what happens. This is, God, I cannot wait to see this dry. Because it's really pretty, these colors, but what's it going to look like dry? It'll be really interesting. Bring you in for a wet look, and then a very cool dance break, followed by the dry shot. And I'm jealous because you don't have to wait. I want to know what this is going to look like so badly. This one's going to look like this, but like these two, what are they going to turn into? All right, so Adrian's always telling me how to do things right, and it's fine. So here are the wet paintings. For some reason, I feel like this one is my dad, and I love the wispiness. I like that this got a lot more silver / white in it, whereas this one has some, but not as much. But then you move over here, and I feel like this one's my mom, which would really make sense because my grandma was my mom's mom, so she's right in between the two. It doesn't look as nice. Well, Adrian says that the color changes, but it's not even gonna be this color, so it doesn't matter. This is what it looks like wet. It's wispy. This part's a little solid. Adrian said he likes it. I was thinking like maybe I need to blow it out, but I'm gonna leave it. But I love the smoky wispiness of the edges right here. It's really cool. And then onto this weird purple one. And I really love how this one worked out. And I just noticed this. There's like a weird river of missing color. Like that's really kind of cool right there in my opinion, because that was probably like a fluke. Obviously I didn't mean to do it, so, but it's pretty cool. And then I got a lot of cell action in this one. I don't know what this one's all about. Well, it got all action filled, but I guess I got some cells in all of them, but it just, there's more here. But anyway, so this is the triptych. I hope you can see it. Enjoy your dance break and then enjoy the dry version.
Comment, like, subscribe, hit.
Alright, so quick mid-dry update. We wanted to show you, like, remember how this was all super purple, right? Because that's still wet, but it's drying like this. You can see that cool like shimmer, and it's got that purple hue to it, so you still see that purple, like right here, look at that, it looks so purple. But it's drying that copper color. Like when I get nice and close, you can really see that copper shine through. So it's pretty cool how it is changing from a purple there and there into this awesome copper there. All right, we have to wait several more days. You get to see it in several seconds. All right, here they are. I think this is high enough. I can't see, so maybe you're seeing it all. I don't know. But let's look a little closer. So the gold one representing my dad, like, turned out great. The contrast of the blue to the gold looks really beautiful. The shimmer of that gold, gotta love it. And then I really like this lower arch with the contrast of that white in there. Like, it looks really cool. I just overall really love the gold one. And then this one, which represented my mom, the Opal, I think this was Fire Opal, is really pretty cool. I mean, that this blue section here kind of looks like flames coming up, and I think that's kind of cool, like a blue flame. And then again, down here, the bottom section, it's got more of that white in it, and which is just really kind of cool. And then this is the copper, I believe, antique copper, that has that really strong purple hue to it, and you can see it shining through all over the place. It's kind of cool. I do like it. I think that this overall looks really cool, but I just, that purple shift to it is like wild. It's purple and copper. Like, that's just crazy. Anyways, there you go. I hope you liked it. Bye.